Hi class, I'm Dr. Peak and I'll be your instructor for Entrepreneurship 312 this semester online. And I wanted to take a few moments to introduce myself to the class, to tell you a little bit about myself, why I like this class and think it's important, and then what you can expect from me as an instructor. In terms of a little bit about me, I grew up in family businesses, in small businesses in Caldwell County. It's further west from here in Princeton, and seeing how my family interacted and their small business operations really got me interested in how small businesses and family businesses function. I do have a background in agricultural economics, so all of my degrees are in agricultural economics from Murray State and Purdue, but I also have always taught and conducted research on entrepreneurship and family business. I'm passionate about this topic because I think that we talk a lot about problems, and if we're going to solve problems in our communities and in our economy and our nation, that really it's up to entrepreneurs as we think about both in the classic context as innovators and people who enhance the economy through their businesses, and social entrepreneurs to help us solve those problems. So it's something that I can get behind because I see the importance it has for families and communities, but also for our nation and the globe. I really like this class, and I've been teaching it for a long time. The thing that's newer about this class in the format that it's in today is that we take a systems thinking approach. So we look at how do macro forces like technology, what's going on across the globe, demographic shifts, how do those affect innovations from entrepreneurs, and then how do innovations and businesses that entrepreneurs create push back and change those systems. And so we'll be taking that approach all semester. We'll be looking at all the finer grained aspects as well, which you'll notice in the text and through our audio lectures each week, but we always tie it back to that systems thinking approach. This class is really practical. It teaches you skills that are totally transferable, whether you are a business major or an architecture major or photojournalism or dance, it doesn't matter. The skills that we learn in this class and that you'll take away with you can apply to whatever it is that you do, whether you're a consumer, whether you're an employee, or whether you decide to own your own business someday. The great thing about all the projects and assignments that we'll do is that they require you to synthesize information, assess feasibility, and then make a sell. So based on your arguments that are supported by facts. And this is something that you can use whether you're trying to sell an idea to a boss, or trying to sell that you need a raise, or just trying to convince friends or family that something should be done a certain way. And again, I can't reiterate enough how I think this class is really valuable for solving problems that we encounter day to day and in our society. We'll be doing entrepreneur interviews, so you get to meet real entrepreneurs. We'll be doing a feasibility analysis, so you look at an idea and determine whether or not you could actually implement it. Then we write impact papers, which are really helpful in understanding the systems approach, and it helps you study for the exam, as well as makes you much better at crafting a succinct argument because they're just one page. You have to really make a solid sell in that one page to convince me, the reader, of your point. And I also wanted to take a moment to chat with you about what you can expect of me as an instructor. I really am quite available during the semester. I keep regular hours in the office. If you unless I'm in a meeting or at lunch, if you come by Monday through Friday, you'll probably catch me if you're here during, the average operating hours. I tend to be here no later than 8:30, and I tend to leave around 4:30 to pick up my little boy every day. I also try to get back to emails in the evening. I do have an 18-month-old, and my husband travels pretty frequently, so sometimes that limits my availability in the evening, and my little boy goes to bed early and gets up very early, so we sleep when he sleeps. So if you email me at 10 o'clock at night, it'll probably be the next morning when I'm back in the office when I get back to you. But I work really hard to respond to you in a timely manner because I know it's important to you that you wouldn't email if you didn't have important questions, and so I take those seriously and try to get you the information you need in order to succeed in the class as soon as possible. I do provide a substantial amount of feedback. I like to warn you about that up front. I think that the only way that you grow as a student and that you get better in providing assignments that are high quality is for me to provide you extensive feedback. So anytime you have a graded assignment, you'll be able to see feedback from me in the grade book. So if you click the little feedback button, you can see any feedback that I've provided you. Even when it's something as simple as your weekly discussion board, I try to, provide a response to you and maybe get you to think about or challenge you to think in a different direction, or just simply answer your question. But I do provide you a good deal of feedback, especially if you're off target with something. On your impact papers, especially on the first one, you'll get a good deal of feedback. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by that. It's really intended just to help you figure out how to make the subsequent impact papers better, because they're an important part of your grade. And then what you'll notice is that the project has draft deadlines, and I provide you feedback at every step in the project process. And most students find that really helpful, and it forces you to do the project a little bit along and not save it all for the end of the semester, which could be overwhelming should you decide to do that. So you hand in drafts all throughout the semester. I have been at this for a long time. So I've been teaching. My total teaching career spans from 2007 until now, but I also have been teaching in management for over 6 years. And so I've been teaching entrepreneurship, family business, small business, and then consulting courses throughout that time. And this is the most rewarding thing I could do with my life, because really in all the courses I teach, and particularly in 312, because you guys tend to come from such a wide variety of backgrounds, is so exciting for me to be able to see people grow across the course of the semester. You harness your ideas, and oftentimes I see people make them a reality. And for me, that is really exciting to see where your idea was when you first started, and with all the pivots, where it ends up. And then, I've had some students start businesses as soon as 6 months after graduation. Some people start businesses 5 years later. But it's really exciting for me and gratifying to see how far people come with their ideas. And even if you never decide to start a business, seeing you grow across the semester and how you communicate those ideas and how you make a sell for your ideas and support them with facts and figures to make a more convincing argument is also very rewarding for me. So I just wanted to give you a little welcome to the course and to let you know a little bit more about me. And please be sure to carefully review all the documents on Blackboard. I'll have other instructional videos to walk you through, hopefully to make you more successful in the course. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to set up an appointment with you during business hours face-to-face. I'll be happy to set up a Skype call with you or FaceTime so that we can make sure to get your questions resolved or through email. So thank you again. I look so forward to working with you this semester, and please let me know if you have any questions at all.